Batman, on a level, you could be the greatest individual in football history.
We are back with another video. Listen, lots actually happened, during this last 1 or 2 days, which is quite interesting. But before we get started, Saeed, what are you saying?
Yeah, man, what you telling me? What you telling me? It's been a while, man. You know what I mean? You just abandoned the channel and that. You know what I'm saying? So
I uploaded the other day.
no, I'm talking about, like, you know what I mean? Our show, we didn't have it in it.
Yeah, I found that last week I was busy kind of thing, innit? And then once you miss like 1 or 2 days of streaming, you just can't be asked kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why you have to stay consistent on this YouTube game, man. Because it's like one of them where to get back into it is so like it's almost like a weird pressure in it. It's like you're thinking of doing it and you're like, I can't be asked, like, you know what I mean?
No, like you see with me, I'm like, if I don't stream for like 4 days, I'm like, has everyone just forgot me? Like, what are people actually gonna watch?
You know what? It's the algorithm, innit? It's the algorithm, bro. You know what I mean? More than ever now, YouTube is saturating, man. A lot of content creators in it, you feel me? So you can only drag the audience so long. But yeah, man, big up everyone. You get to hit the like button on the video. And yeah, man, United, it feels like United just never want to be bored of news, innit? Like they don't want to be like, it's that kind of club, you know what I mean? Like Arsenal, United are that kind of club where they'd rather not be bored. So they just rather just put out news down there. That sauce here by Maguire, if he doesn't get quashed by Maguire and he comes out and says it's all false here, then for me, but then there's no smoke without fire in it. You feel me? Like I'm baffling, man. His comments for me were baffling.
No, like, I agree with it to an extent. Let me explain.
Yeah, you always do that though, because you always try and do this this devil advocate. You know what I mean?
No, but it's not even being devil's advocate. You see this? And I think, I can't remember who I was talking to about this. It said, sources close to Harry Maguire, Harry needs pace around him, but he hasn't had that. I think that's a lie because he also have Varane next to him.
Yeah.
And then he said, if you put Ruben Diaz in that United defense and Harry and City's back four, Diaz will struggle and Harry would thrive. Last season, if you put Diaz at United, I do think he kind of struggles.
I don't know, man. I think he's got better leadership qualities, though.
Yeah, I think I said this. He does better than Harry Maguire because he's just a better player than Harry Maguire. But your defensive organization is set out by the manager kind of thing, isn't it? Oli and Ralph did not have us defensively organized well.
No, 100% that, but I still think Diaz's qualities would shine more than Maguire's. Don't get me wrong, Maguire did have a first good year-ish, like, let's not kid ourselves. But then again, his stats were inflated because of the fact that it was lockdown. We can't really judge that year because it just didn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. And that's why, a lot of people look at it now. When he got exposed, he got fully exposed. But that is partly a bit down to the coaching because then we started to play a 4-3-3. And then after that, he went back to the 4-2-3-1. They were protected a lot. So it's a case of when we got exposed, we fully got exposed. And then it was like, shit, these guys can't actually defend, If they don't play 6 at the back or 7 at the back, they can't actually defend. But for me, why this quote doesn't make sense is that I still think Maguire would have been caught out. Like, as much as he's good on the ball, he's very, very kind of, he's not proactive. Like, these centre-backs that play for City, they're very, very proactive on the ball.
Lack of awareness, isn't it?
Sorry?
Lack of awareness on the pitch.
Yeah, lack of awareness. I think Pep Guardiola would have found him out and said, you know what? Look at the centre-backs that he just not gets rid of, but he never ever. Do you think they have a concrete centre-back too? I don't think they have. Like, people say Stones and Diaz, yes. But now Guardiola is making them so adaptable that Akanji can go in there. Look at Aki. I think he's, for me, a key defender for City. Like, the way he is on the ball, his calmness, the fact that he's kind of gone from underrated to kind of like the fans like rating him now, which I think for me is justified because he's been playing well the last end of the season when City needed him. So yeah, that comment there for me, he's very reactive, and I think City want proactive defenders. See what I mean?
Absolutely, I disagree with saying Harry would thrive at City. I think he looks better at City than he does at United. Naturally, you got better plays around, you got Rodri protecting and stuff. But like, I don't
think Diaz would struggle. Diaz would actually, for me,
would you say Varane struggled last year?
Varane struggled because of the partnership that he had with Maguire and the fact that it was Lindelof sometimes. You know what I mean? It wasn't a concrete. Lindelof got injured a few times last season.
But would you not also say Varane struggled to an extent because obviously he had Scott McTominay and Fred protecting him above?
Yeah, also as well. Yeah. But then again,
struggle is the wrong word for Diaz, isn't it? But I think
struggle. Yeah.
They should have just said Diaz will look worse at United than he does at City. Yeah, and that statement makes a lot of sense, kind of thing.
Or he doesn't have the same impact,
Yeah.
or something like that, or something along them lines. Again, it's a choice of word, but that always happens when you've got a second-hand source coming. You know what I mean? Because it's not Maguire saying it. You know what I mean? He would have probably heard it, like, oh, he'd probably saying, I bet you Diaz would have struggled at City at United as well. So why are they trying to blame me? Etc. Etc. Like that would have been the conversation, and then he's probably worded it maybe wrong or whatever. He's worded it to Mark Ogden, obviously sources at ESPN, and you know what they're gonna do. You think ESPN's newspaper isn't better if they kind of misconstrue what's been said, or just in any like saying now, look at this here, this one here, like you know the way frustrations with David against communication. They know it, so it's like they know it, so they played on it. You get it?
Yeah, I'll be honest. This I didn't like it. Like as a player, take responsibility for your own crap, kind of thing, innit? Like there was times where Harry Maguire was stepping over the ball. That's not David De Gea's fault. There's times where you're just stepping above for no reason when you know you can't get the ball. That's not your centre back partner's fault. That's your fault. Take responsibility. But don't get me wrong, I do hear like in terms of having a keeper like David De Gea in terms of the attributes he has is probably not going to suit Harry Maguire the best.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, you can't blame David De Gea for every single piece of crap that he done all season.
So I'm trying to say. And this is it. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, go on.
Now, I just feel like for me, you know, I understand the distribution. Like I've said it before. Okay, I've understood it now. The Gea's distribution is not great. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. But I feel like it's easy to pick on that. It's easy not to kind of say, what about Luke Shaw then as well? Like, you know, Luke Shaw, the fact that he's been, you know, not performing as well. And the fact that, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, you know, it's easy to say like goalkeeper was an easy way out because, again, it's not English and it's not going to be affected as England in terms of whatever. But it says reluctant to defend further away from his goal factor. There was another fun, and then in the overall malaise in the defense. Wow, so he's actually in the overall malaise, you know, like he's trying to make it like, you know what, that was the biggest contributor to the defense. Like, that's mad, you know. So it's basically kind of blaming that and then saying that, you know what, to be fair, that highlighted the fact that we couldn't play highlighter, the fact that we had a keeper who that is really why we couldn't, you know, do that. But I think for me, it's just the fact it's the wording of this. What he's saying is so. It's almost as if he's trying to. It's passive aggressive, isn't it? When you actually deep it, like he's trying to say, "Well, this has happened, and you know what I mean, deal with it, innit?" Basically.
Because the thing is, like Harry Maguire to the press don't seem. You just don't come across well. Like remember, there was an interview last year where it was like, "There's a reason why I'm kind of playing all the time," kind of thing. And I'm like, just like. Even though he weren't playing well during the time, I'm just like, just take responsibility. So just say, I'm not playing the best. I'm trying to I'm working hard to kind of overturn it, kind of thing. And even remember, I saw something today. You know when Ollie, like the time when Ollie was under a lot of pressure?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Harry Maguire came out and said, in terms of like, what do you call it?
Mentality and that, something like that.
Yeah. And Ollie was like, he said that.
You know, that for me, but the thing is, though, I don't really give any sympathies to Ollie because he ended up still playing him. When now people blame Eric Bailly. I know he had injuries here, but now you know why, innit? Because they were saying all this shit but still playing. You know what I mean? Like there was so many scrutiny from Maguire and the fact that he was doing on social media. Then all of a sudden, you kind of say that. What's to say? Harry has had a good 12 months, but he hasn't been helped by those around him, coaches or players. So it's inevitable that his confidence and form has suffered. Again, it's hella excuses, like so it's inevitable. Look at the wording that's being used, man. So it's inevitable, like it's almost as if so it's not as like I say contributing factor. He's trying to say like it's basically so in all, that's been the reason why his form is bad. Like it's the wording, man. It's very, very manipulative. It's very, very kind of like, you know what? Feel sorry for me. It's asking to be sorry for. Do you get it? You're asking for people to be sorry for you and feel like, you know, this is what's happened. Like, why
I can't lie though. I do feel like at times Harry Maguire is over targeted by the fan base though. Like there's certain games where I'm like, he's playing fine and people just say it's Harry Maguire's fault.
But do you not think the fact that, you know, the fan base, it will always be that situation because it costs 85 million. It's just it's a setting factor in football. Like with the Nunes thing now, like we will cuss him out because at the end of the day, he's 85 million. He's he plays for Liverpool. It's just a setting factor. Like there's nothing you can do about it. Like there's no reason why, you know, people can go against it. It was a centre back that he was brought in We thought he was going to do well. Oli brought him in. It was at a time when we bought Wan-Bissaka. It's just frustration. I think the fans have just had enough. I feel like the fans now finally want to end this chapter of Harry Maguire at United. I genuinely do, man. I think the fan base have just had enough. I think there's probably about 5 or 10% that will say that Harry Maguire deserves one more chance. Other than that, I think it's the end roads, man. People have seen how our defense is so much better without Maguire.
Okay, let me argue. Let me play devil's advocate then. Would you say Harry Maguire's been bad this season when he's played?
Well, he was against Brentford. The Brighton game, he did have a bad game. The Brighton game, he didn't really have a bad game. It was that moment of concentration, though. And again, like I said, it's the reaction. Fred was the reason why I think the first goal, was it the first goal or second goal? And Luke Shaw was also at fault because he didn't track the runner.
Yeah, there were a couple people at fault kind of thing, isn't it?
But it's about recovery, though. We've got better recovery now in Lisandro Martinez and Varane.
But forget Martinez and Varane, but you would say Maguire was probably one of our better players against Brighton.
Yeah.
Brentford, he was crap. Everyone else was crap as well.
And then he had it up.
And then Europa League, like, let's be honest, everyone's being mediocre kind of thing, isn't it?
The thing is, yeah.
But would you not say under a better defensive structure now, under Ten Hag, he looks slightly better?
Because it's about partnerships, though. Like, Maguire and Varane and Maguire and Lisandro Martinez won't work. Maguire and Varane won't work because of what happened last season. And Maguire and Lisandro Martinez won't work because they had 2 losses. The manager has got to make a decision. We can't feel sorry. We can't say, well, they've got to have a chance. You've got one thing about partnerships with centre-backs, you cannot change. You cannot make sure you change that. You've got to make sure that it's a case of, you know what? You know what I mean? It's either one or the other, nothing else. And the manager has to stick by that. He can't just say, you know what? I'm going to pick Maguire because I feel sorry for him here. Okay, we can rotate whenever we need to when there's injuries or whatnot. But for me, you stick to a partnership and that's that. Simple. You don't change it.
No, but I think obviously Varane and obviously Martinez is the number one partnership, but I don't think I have a problem with Maguire being third, fourth choice right now. When he's coming in the Europa League, I don't have a problem with Maguire playing kind of thing. And I said this here, under a better defensive structure, Maguire will naturally look better.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So I'm like,
the thing is,
I agree with this here. Big up Dan as well in the comments and big up Notorious. I get onto Mel and stuff. Maguire gets more stick than necessary. He has assumed the scapegoat role after Pogba left. And listen, I don't rate Maguire that highly, by the way, but I do think that people do target Maguire for no reason sometimes.
But I think
stuff like this doesn't help.
It's because the backlash is so high, and this is psychology, as well. Because the backlash and the criticism is so high, you are inevitably going to get a more emotive kind of feeling from certain fan base or certain media. Because at the end of the day, like we know what Maguire's like, but Gabriel Bonlaho is going to naturally come out and say, I think Maguire's a scapegoat, He can't be the full problems at Man United. He doesn't play most weeks now. You know what I mean? That's natural. And for every right, there has to be a wrong. That's the way life is. And I think right now, what's happening is, he's come out, there's been stories. Why all of a sudden has Gabriel Bonlaho come out and said he feels like Maguire's a scapegoat?
But you see Gabriel Bonlaho, we can't take the guy seriously. I've seen some of the stuff on TikTok that he does here. He don't have a break.
If this wasn't leaked here, would there be any hate or criticism to Maguire?
I don't know.
Why is that the team? There's no reason to hate on Maguire right now. He's not in the team.
Yeah, like stuff like this invites some pressure, kind of.
That's what I'm saying. So why leak it out? Why like the Lad Bible post? Why go on facts? Why go say certain things in the media like I have to be there?
No, that I 100% hate in terms of like he don't help himself at times, isn't it? But I'm just saying overall, like, I do feel like he's targeted a bit too much by the fan base.
You know what it is? I think for me, I've not really seen it since last season. This season, I don't know. Have you seen it this season? I don't think I've seen it.
No, but even like, for example, pre-season when you got booed, I said I don't think that was right.
To be fair, I didn't boo him. I think
it was one of the games in...
Australia. I'm not going to lie to you, The reason why is Australia. I can't lie to you, man. A lot of it comes down to the fact that, you know what I mean, they don't get to see him week in, week out. And the fact that they see him alive, they were like, we got a chance to do this.
Yeah, I know, but I just think that's too much kind of thing, isn't it?
Sorry?
Like I just think that's too much. It's pre-season.
Yeah. But then again, I was there at Old Trafford when Martial got booed. I was at Trafford when Maguire got booed. I didn't
all of that. No, but all of that in my eyes is wrong, kind of thing.
Yeah, it is wrong. It is wrong.
And that's what I'm saying. Like people just like, for example, before with Martial, Pogba,
Albania. Why did he do that?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like Dan today, he invites criticism on sometimes, isn't it? Which is why I'm like, you're not helping yourself.
Yeah. My thing is, by the way, I don't condone what do you call it, abuse in it, in terms of like, abuse is abuse in it. You know what I mean? Whether you invite it or whether in a way like when he was copying his ear, it still doesn't need to get abused. But it's almost as if you don't need to do that. Like, don't do it. Don't ask for trouble. You know what I mean? Because you know what the social media is like. You know, like you know what it is. It's how far social media now comes. So say now when he did it, we had the backlash on the newspaper. Then we had Twitter. Then we had TalkSport talking about it for the next 5 days. And then we had Man United talking about it. And then it was a case of, right, he's getting booed now. Do you know how long? That's a week, 2 weeks. For no reason. He did have to do that. For no reason.
And they say Maguire being hated for no reason sometimes. Wow, he's the media's favourite. We, the masses, hate him. Exactly. So, listen, there's certain times when Maguire was playing well last season, he was still getting criticised.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Maguire became a target no matter what he did last season. Of course, and this year, Pogba was hated by everyone. No one stuck for it. Let's not lie. People did stick up for Pogba. The British media didn't, but let's not act like some of the fan base didn't. It's the exact same thing with Maguire.
Yeah. But you know what it is, though? For me, is it going to ever stop until he leaves? Be honest.
No. The only thing he can probably do at United is win a title.
Win a title, yeah, literally. But I don't think he's going to be there. I don't think we'll win a title this season. We might not win it next season. So by then he's probably 31. You know what I mean?
And you see this, like Ronaldo gets abused and booed, yet Maguire, who's paid crap. Why are you acting like I don't back Cristiano Ronaldo with stuff like this? Like, we're talking about Harry Maguire here. We're not talking about Ronaldo. We're not talking about Pogba.
Ronaldo got a little bit of booze at was it the game against the preseason game? It was a little bit. Yeah, it was a little bit. It wasn't many booze.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, we're talking about Harry Maguire. Stop bringing other players into this kind of thing in this discussion.
Yeah. But you know what it is for me, though? It's just the fact that there's this lack of accountability, man, from certain players. Like Brandon Williams coming out and talking about social media and what.
No, like, he was drunk that day. He wasn't right in the head.
Like, I don't know where did he leak that information to, by the way? Where was that? Was that the Athletic or?
No, Brandon Williams did the what do you call it?
Where did these guys get these?
He was boxing. He went to one of those boxing events, isn't it?
Oh, he went to that show.
So I think he was drinking because of that.
Right, because he's from Manchester, and one of his friends,
cousins or uncles or something.
Yeah, close people is Lyndon Arthur. So that would have been it. And obviously the reporter would have asked him a question. So yeah, now I get it. Because I was thinking, Brandon Williams isn't high profile enough to get interviews in it. You feel me? So again, that's a newspaper story in itself, isn't it? You feel me? Anything you say,
Brandon Williams did too much in that interview.
You know, if I now went on a podcast now, and I don't know, it could be with a youth player. That's why for me, I don't know if I told you, but basically when Zidane Iqbal went to scored, when he had his when he made his debut, was it Europa League? What game did he make? Was it Champions League or Europa?
Champions League against Young Boys, isn't it?
Yeah, Young Boys. So basically, he made his debut in it, and obviously the hype was big up South Asian player making his debut. And then I tried to message one of his close mates here, who basically is like a personal trainer, one-to-one coach. Message him the next day, bro. The next day, and I was like, "Yo, let's get an interview with Zidane," because I thought, United would not have put a media ban on him straight away. So the next day, they said you can't do it. The next day, normally under 23s they could do it, but I don't know why Brandon Williams is allowed to do it. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think Brandon Williams was right in the head. Like, you can clearly tell he was
off it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he was allowed to do it, because I literally was like, let's do a quick video, and then boom, Zidane Iqbal said he can't do it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think he was allowed, but he probably went backstage because of one of these guys fighting.
Yeah.
And then the media probably saw him. He went right in the head and bang,
yeah.
You just made yourself look stupid.
Well. There's a guy from Manchester who does interviews. He's like a he does like boxing and stuff presented. Like I've seen him about at venues, and I think he knows him, so he must have done an interview for him. So this is what I mean, and that's a backstage interview. You know, with boxing though, it's different because you know what I mean. It's kind of like, you know, you're at the venue, quick word. You know what I mean. It's more. It's very very what do you call it? Open. So that's why it was brought out. But either way, man, it's proper bad, man. The fact that, you know what I mean, these are all getting leaked out, man. Imagine what Ten Hag said about all this, you know. Like Ten Hag,
you know, Ten Hag don't like interviews.
What was the rules? You know, what was the Ten Hag rules? Apparently,
remember what happened with the Ronaldo interview when Ten Hag was like, I don't know why.
Yeah, I know.
Look, it hasn't happened yet. Like,
you know, the ban. So look at this. Ten Hag has put an alcohol ban in, blocked personal chefs, warned any late players will be dropped, has insisted on body mass rig index checks, and told unhappy players to come to him directly with their issues rather than their agents.
Yeah.
That's the rules, people, of Ten Hag. And Bradley Williams has broke one of them because the other day, you know what I mean, he was probably drunk on that night, and you know what I mean, he was, like I said, he probably wasn't aware that he's not allowed to do interviews, and then boom, you know.
What did you think about the Bruno interview?
I haven't actually watched it, you know. I actually haven't watched it.
But the
quotes, I need to see a few of the quotes, you know. I think he was talking about being a moaner. That it's a natural thing for him. But I actually haven't watched it. I need to watch it like properly. It's a weird one because he was doing it for the Athletic. Like, I didn't know Athletic had it like that. They're doing interviews now. You know what I mean?
I think the only thing I didn't like was like name dropping Pepe. Like,
yeah,
I don't feel like that's right coming out and like.
You know what that is though? That's when you're proper in the mud and you are desperate. You're thinking of Pepe, you know.
Yeah, I just didn't think that was the right kind of thing, innit? Like, you just didn't have to use any player as an example. Because at the end of the day, Pepe is still a professional. He struggled in the Premier League, let's be honest. Yeah. You don't really have to say that, do you?
Wow, 1,576. You know, once you go past the 1,000 quote tweets, it's gone for you, isn't it? Like,
yeah, you know, a lot of Arsenal fans are probably onto this stuff.
Yeah. Twitter's crazy, man. Twitter's crazy. Nicolas Pepe has had some bad games, and everyone was saying he still has to adapt to the Premier League. But when Bruno was having a bad game, it's just because he's a moaning or not focused on the game. That is very, very, like, it's cynical, isn't it? It's a bit like, wow. That's crazy.
And this is the only bit of the interview I didn't like. The rest of it, I was like, I thought he was quite honest, kind of thing, innit? In terms of like his moaning and all of that stuff. I was relatively fine with it.
The thing is, though, my thing about his moaning is very, very petulant. He's very, very kind of like he uses it as an excuse because, like, he's not got his foul. It's like, get up and get on with it. Like, you know, as fans, we don't want to see that. Well, especially when we're struggling. If we're winning and you're doing all this, maybe people might not like it, but sometimes it's tactical. It's, you know what I mean, we can get a foul from here and then, you know. But when you're losing and you're doing that stat, man, remember Everton away last season?
Yeah. Like, at times it is frustrating, kind of thing, isn't it?
Bro, come on, man. It's not what you want to see because at the end of the day, one thing, if you're at Old Trafford, people, the crowd, what they don't like here, this Old Trafford crowd, is if you're just moaning and you're also just on the floor all the time, and you're just very, very petulant. Like, we want a fighter. He is a fighter. You know, he's always there when stuff is going on. But I just don't like the fact that he's like that.
Said this about Zaha. Apparently Zaha's always moaning at the ref. That's normal. He wants his fouls for the referee to give yellows and stuff, isn't it? I think he mentioned something else.
So is his mind set on just getting as many fouls as possible? Should you have that mindset though?
No. I think he was probably along like talking about getting in the referee's head and stuff, innit? That's what it kind of sounded like.
I thought it's a bit weird, isn't it, man? It's a bit weird, this, isn't it?
The thing is, it was a good honest interview. I just don't like name dropping other players.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I had a problem with.
Yeah, name dropping. You can't do that. You have to focus on your own game.
But like in terms of him talking about Ten Hag, I thought he spoke well about Ten Hag, the discipline, all of that stuff. Relatively fine kind of thing.
No, it was, like I said, it's just one of them situations where you're name dropping. It just seems a bit desperate to me because at the end of the day, that shows that you've had some thought process into certain situations because you knew people are gonna ask him, why do you always like moan every time? There's a feeling that you're always moaning.
No, I was thinking this, yeah. Like, you see these bit players, these lot are deaf on Twitter just reading what we say, you know.
Of course, man.
And like that just sounds crazy, kind of, isn't it?
Rashford's brother, innit? You feel me?
This guy's always on to Rashford, you know.
Yeah, that was but it was after that rant I did on the United stand. Literally, I think I got told that basically, you know what I mean, Rashford weren't happy. Rashford's brothers weren't happy the way I spoke about him and that.
Or was it the Newcastle game?
Yeah, after the Newcastle game, the way I ranted and that, this and that, because he went over social media, it went viral, man.
That was mad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. So at that time, I heard through the grapevine that Rashford's brother, who was in a barber shop, was talking about me and saying, "Oh, they need to like, you know, stop the chatting shit basically about my brother and that, this and that." But they see it, bro. Remember when Ricky used to go at Rashford and then that company on Twitter, his brother's.
Oh, the DNMA management.
Yeah, man. Are they still on Twitter, by the way? Are they still on Twitter?
Nah, that account used to follow me.
Don't lie.
No lie, but I think
get in there.
Nah. There was a point, yeah, where I think they messed up. Like one of the tweets was meant to go on Rashford's account, isn't it? Yeah. And they wrote on their account.
Yeah, I know.
And then they deactivate straight away.
Yeah.
Since then, we haven't seen them.
Yeah. By the way, Ricky's back, by the way, so he's on Twitter. But you know what it is? Like these guys, they definitely, bro, they're on social media, man. They got time, man. I mean, people that say they don't have time, they do have time, man. These guys have simple lifestyles, you know. They don't, like people say, oh, they're lavish or whatnot. Like they go training, they come home, they watch Netflix, they do this. They're playing video games. Look at Lingard, man. Lingard is playing badminton and that, man. He's just chilling. I don't know if you see his Instagram and that, but they live a normal lifestyle. Like people go on a tube, like especially the more
younger players, like
the younger players, yeah, like the younger players, like they just live a normal lifestyle. So, you know, I mean, they do see it. That's why Brandon Williams is saying Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? He's still at that level where he's thinking about Twitter and that. Like, focus on your career, man.
But naturally, yeah, whenever you get at it so many times after a game. Yeah. Like these professional footballers probably in it. Like it's gonna be it will be crazy kind of thing. Like you're definitely gonna see it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I can't remember what podcast I saw in it. I can't remember what player it was, but the player said that he used to, like, when he was a bit less known, he used to search his name on Twitter after every single game just to see what people were saying about it.
Wow.
And actually, that's going to have an effect.
Yeah. Bro, it's natural, bro. You get me? I've been trending a couple of times on Twitter. Like, it's natural, isn't it?
Oh, I remember the real thing.
Bro, the real thing.
Like, you were gay.
You know it was, yeah. You know it was, yeah. I finished Big Six, yeah, the live, yeah, and I checked my phone. It's blowing up, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? And they're saying, Saeed, you're number one trending on Twitter. And I was like, nah, it could be a Saeed from the Arab world, innit? But I actually see that Saeed was trending, bro. And like I said, obviously, I'm checking it, and I'm thinking, why am I? The first thing you think as well, you're thinking, why are you trending?
What have I done?
Honestly, it was because of that. And then the second one was because of the protest. You know what I mean?
Apparently, you were trending with that.
Yeah, and that was another one. The second one, when I was trending for not organizing a protest, I just came along. I was part of the protest. But apparently, you know what I mean? People were ridiculing a protest that's meant to be helping people. They all thought I came out for Ollie Out protest.
No, like, you know when you were trending number one, how did you feel?
Nah, the first time I was kind of like, what the flip is going on? I was more like just baffled in it. Like, what on earth have I done? It was a normal video. Did you actually get to watch the video, by the way?
Yeah, the video was calm kind of thing. They just hated you because you won it kind of thing.
Yeah, the video was calm. We didn't say anything wrong. There's a guy who basically tried to lie on my name. Did you see it? He tried to say I said Ronaldo shouldn't be in the team or something. I don't know what he said yet, but no. Oh, Ronaldo, we shouldn't have signed Ronaldo or something.
Oh, like I remember because I retweeted when you put the post in the full clip in it. I retweeted the whole thing. Yeah.
You seen it.
Yeah.
That's how scary social media is. So that's another point in terms of, you know, why players maybe actually look at social media, because it's like whatever they say, whatever they do, they're thinking, right, how can I make sure that people don't put my things out of context? But that one there, like I said, the second one was weird because it was like after a protest. I was like, what the flip, man? But I didn't make too much of that. It was more the first time I was like, what the flip is going on? Like, and obviously the whole world was like, right. When Rio put that tweet out, you get me? Like, it was one of them situations where it just blew up.
Because I think I remember reading the quotes and I'm like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
because I know you're
crazy.
like, you lot are just doing too much. And I was like,
yeah, man. But like I said, this is just a start, people, man. So they're gonna keep hating, man, because like I said, we're not going away, innit? Like they just think we're gonna go away and we're not gonna come back forever. But
London fashion show as well.
Yeah, man.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, listen, the model. You can actually say it now. I put it in my Insta bio, so
swear it down.
Yeah, I put it in there, man. You get me? Like, it was crazy. It was like a surreal feeling because obviously I've not done it before, innit? I can't lie. I was a bit nervous. The more rehearsals was a nervous bit, but it actually coming out. The only thing I didn't do was I didn't look up much. I just like put my clothes on. I just went straight down the aisle.
No, as a model, yeah. What do? You just walk until the end and just come back.
Just walk into the end, walk there, walk back, look at the cameras.
But how do you even rehearse that?
Bro, the rehearsing was about 5 times where you have to rehearse, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. The woman was going mad as well because she was like, you have to do it this way. And I was a model. And everyone else had little experience about modeling. I was like, I have no experience. But she don't want to hear that, innit? Because that's our life, isn't it? Nobody wants to hear your excuses. So I can't come at you on Maguire and say, yo, I've not done it before, or etc. etc. Like, I can't say that. You know what I mean? So
we're talking about Maguire and now modeling, yeah. Crazy, man. This story is mad. The journey's crazy.
Yeah, the journey's crazy, man. You get me? Like, you just have to be humble in it. But for me though, like, it was a case of like, I had no clue what I was doing, but I just thought, let me just get through it. The adrenaline in it. You know, when you have the adrenaline, I just thought, let me just get through it. But it's surreal, man. It's like a different world to what we're in right now. It's like, it's proper cutthroat. It's proper like, right, come on now. Like, we're in control of our content, innit? Like, nobody's telling you right now, Statman, say this, say that. Yeah. Like, this one, you have to make sure you're in check. You're doing this. You know what I mean? You're on point. You know what I mean? So now, man, I can't lie to you. It's something that I would never have thought of doing, but you know what I mean? You have opportunities. You just got to take advantage, man. Like, oh yeah, by the way, Dan, yeah, I seen your friend, what's her name? Lynch's sister. You know Lynch, the footballer, the freestyler.
Like, I probably know like the face kind of thing.
Yeah, so I seen her sister in it, and apparently she does. She did a bit of content with Dan in it, some freestyling and that. So yeah, I seen loads of people, man. So
no, like we need like a full like video on your journey and stuff because you've gone from a school teacher now to modeling.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a new channel, man. I'm gonna make it a new channel, like just like other than football, in it, like lifestyle stuff and that. So
wait, what have you enjoyed the most so far on the journey?
What do you mean, as in?
Like, what bit stands out to you the most? Was that moment?
Yeah, that's probably like, Charlotte. Yeah, that's it, Charlotte. Yeah, big up Dan, man. I think this has been the biggest one, like the London Fashion Week, easily. But like, it just everything in it, like, you know what I mean, like the journey, like where you go to. I think the best bit was probably meeting the United players in it in the hotel. You know what I mean, like Bruno Fernandes, Fred, Igalo, Club Brugge, Igalo as well. Remember meeting Igalo, you get me? Like, I remember that day as well. I think he didn't score for that the first 5 games. So I posted on Twitter, like, for every time he scores, he doesn't score, I'm posting this picture in it. And everyone kept retweeting, and then he finally scored, and then like it was like a good thing in that. So yeah, man, like it's good, man. It's like I said, I'm humble in it. It's a good, like, big up the people in it, supporting in it. That's the main thing, man. People support you, then you get there in life, in it. You feel me? So yeah, man, it's so blessed, man.
Mad, you know, Saeed the model now.
Yeah, man.
Saeed's DMs are gonna be crazy with that model thing now, isn't it?
Nah, chill. It's still hella dry. I can't lie right now.
Yeah, someone saying you might link up with Tanya again.
Nah. That's a mad one still. Man, like Jeffrey, you know, still remembers. Yeah, exactly. Big up Alien Tenor, man. Big up, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, even this content game it's mad, bro. The amount of people that are content creators and that, everything, like TikTok. Even you, man, you're Mr. TikTok king now. I just get through TikTok, yeah.
Like, I think I've done like 9 videos. That's it,
bro. You didn't do 9 videos, man. I've watched 9 videos today. About 9 videos.
Let me see. It's not much, you know.
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
I don't know.
14.
I need to be more consistent on TikTok. I always say Dan as well, man. You guys, Dan's
like the master.
When I get my new flat, I'm gonna be seriously like on it. Like, I'm moving in October, like October the 2nd or 3rd. So I'm moving in then, and I have to I have to get my content up No, I just do normal like vlogs and that, or match reactions. I might post a little bit through and there. But because I do, like, I'm so invested on YouTube, it's like I need to find that time to do different content on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to do a little bit different. You can't just, you know what I mean? A lot of people put what they put on YouTube on there, but then it's like they're already watching me on YouTube, so I might as well just do something different. Yeah,
try to bring like a different audience kind of thing.
Yeah, a bit of different audience in it. So, but you know, Miss Danny Knight is a king on thingy, innit?
Yeah, that's why he has like over 150k or something.
Yeah,
like,
man, he's clear on TikTok, man. But he's the funniest, man. He's just like the
thing is, he's so shameless with it as well.
Yo, that's life though, man. Just do whatever makes you happy, man. Don't like, oh, I'm gonna hold it back and this and that. Nah, man. Just do you, man. I always say, man, with content creating, you have to be different in it. You can't just be everyone else in it. Like, you do what's best for you in it, and that's the whole idea of being a content creator. It's imaginative ideas that suit you and your audience, and if it works, it works. Don't pander to the crowd and the popular way of doing it. Just do you. I'm telling you, man. So you know what I mean? Like, that's why a lot of people in this game, like this weekend, bro. I can't lie to you, man. I should have got tickets to that the side man. What is it? The thingy?
The side man charity match,
Yeah, man. That's gonna be a lit game, man. You know what I'm saying?
And apparently they had like over, what was it? 80,000.
Sold out.
No, apparently they had bare people waiting on the website when that thing went.
There was a Leonoria ground, or is it Charlton Athletic
Charlton,
ground?
I think, innit?
Oh, Charlton, yeah.
Because they have a good relationship with Charlton. Because I think they had another charity match.
Oh, yeah, they had it a few years ago, innit?
Yeah. They said they should have done bigger in it, like a bigger ground. But
bro, they could have easily sold out Wembley. But the thing is, Wembley are always going to be very.
No, they said they can't do Wembley in it because of the Wembley Cup. Spencer thing with EE and stuff.
Oh, conflict of
interest. Apparently that would have been harder for them to do, kind of thing, innit?
What you mean?
Using that ground, because then they would have had to have a partnership with EE, I think.
Oh, is it?
Like, there's bare stuff that goes into this that we don't know, kind of thing.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna say, man.
But I think KSI said that they should have done the Emirates, innit? Because obviously they have the Emirates in the prime now, innit?
They should have next year, innit? Next year. There's always next year, innit, bro?
And they said they probably should have done a bigger ground because this is like the first game they're doing post-lockdown.
But Charlton is so big, though. It's about 20. Charlton.
Yeah, it's big, but I'm just saying, like, they could have done better. I don't think the sidemen realize how big they are, kind of thing, innit? And this is what they got speed. This is the first time we saw
27,000. Yes, speed.
This is the first time speed in the UK, I think, innit?
Yo, did you see him in London? Did you see him on like his London? He's crazy, man.
Oh, the thing is,
his rise is scary, you know. Like nearly 12 million in less than how long has he been active?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, his ability to stay in character 24/7, phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But the thing is, I saw a video of him like in the back of a police truck, kind of thing, innit? Like, you know, when he had one of those incidents, and I saw a footage of it, and it's like he was still in character, even though it weren't actually being recorded, or he didn't know it was being recorded. Like, this might actually just be him.
Like, bro, it is. That's what I'm saying. Some people, that's their character, innit? You get me? But brother, this guy was walking around London, and the biggest thing is the guy got shagged for that hat, though, man. Why did he buy a hat for like £30? Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was thinking, yo, do not pay for that hat, man. But it just shows you, man, like, my guy's doing bits, man. Fair play, man.
No, but he therefore has like bare different income streams. So like £25 is nothing for him.
Yeah.
Like, what he has, over 10 million on YouTube. TikTok's massive. Twitter's massive.
His donations are mad.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the amount of footballers, for example, he knows. And that's just footballers that I know, kind of thing, innit? He definitely has base.
Ronaldo know him, you reckon?
100%.
Yeah, his son.
You think his kids don't say, oh, look what this guy's doing with your name and stuff.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff. Like, he definitely knows. Like, even like the Ronaldo song.
What made him blow? Was it the fact that he made that song, or was it before it did he blow?
I don't know, because it seems that his rise was just very quick. Like,
hella quick.
Yeah. Like, I thought, remember when Logan Paul and Jake Paul blew?
Yeah.
They blew in literally under a year and they were gone.
Yeah. I did used to watch them before that, though. But it wasn't kind of like, It was more just like they used to do like good vlogs and that.
Yeah, but when they started doing those daily vlogs, they were doing mad stuff in those vlogs, and they literally blew straight away, kind of thing. They dominated the American scene.
Yeah.
Obviously, they
look at Deji though. Look at Deji fighting Mayweather.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
But bro, you know what it is? The idea might be ludicrous, yeah, because it's like Mayweather's what the GOAT. You know what I mean? Probably the best pound for pound fighter that's ever lived. You never know, but you know, I can't lie, man. He's fighting Mayweather. You know how big this is for Deji. Like he's like his revenue, his net worth. Apparently, I've heard is about 5 million. I think it's something like that. But imagine now what is this payday he's getting now, like from this fight. Even if he gets 40% or 30%, are you mad?
Even less than that, you're fighting. Like get even the money, you're fighting Mayweather.
That's what I'm saying.
How many people can actually say that?
No, that's exactly.
And
how many people can say, listen, we've seen the miracles of the miracles. If 51-1, imagine that.
Hey, sorry, now you're doing too much. He ain't winning.
No, I'm just saying the miracles of the miracles. Like, just imagine, like, I'm setting a story out.
Like one punch kind of thing could take him out.
One punch, dang.
No, but the thing is, like the rise of these content creators, by the way. The rise of these content creators is insane. Logan Paul is fighting Roman Reigns next month.
You know, he's a good wrestler, you know that.
Exactly.
Nobody can hate on him. Nobody can hate on him.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll give like Logan Paul a lot of credit. Like he's not just in WWE because of his name.
He should have been really. He should have been really like, you know, I don't believe in getting people cancelled yet, but he should have been cancelled. You know, when they say like, like what he did that time, I thought he was done.
But that's where I have so much respect for Logan. Look at how he's matured from that event. Yeah. And that's something I will always say. Like, you see, I still kind of hate Jake Paul, kind of, isn't it? Jake Paul doesn't know him, but with Logan Paul, his maturity over the last 2-3 years has been incredible.
It's more humble. It's more humble. Like he did the podcast. He got that when he got the podcast, I feel like that's when he started to
impulsive,
be a bit more kind of understanding. You feel me? And then to get that prime drink out, oh my! I still haven't drunk that, by the way.
Yeah,
I need to drink that prime drink.
But I feel like he needed that moment, kind of thing, where everyone was onto him, kind of just to turn it around.
Yeah, of course, man.
And the thing is, like, he's built that audience where he don't have to do those. Like, remember Jake and Logan Paul's vlogs? They were just hella stupid moments, dangerous stuff. Like, he don't have to do any of that now, kind of thing, innit?
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't have to kind of do outrageous stuff.
Someone said Logan Paul still has not got paid from his fight with Mayweather. Even like I said, forget the money, that experience. You fought Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. You didn't lose. You didn't get knocked out.
Yeah. Simple.
That's sick.
Yep. And
even what Deji's fighting. I think the fight's next month. I think, isn't it?
Bro, there's another fight as well that you need to watch, man. What's it? It's on DAZN, you know. Put the card up here. I don't know if you know all these YouTubers, by the way.
Well, KSI's new event.
No. Is it his event, by the way?
Mr. That's his company.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking why he promoted it. I was thinking, shit. That's the actual boxing company.
I think that's like his like promotional thing, isn't it? I'm pretty sure like he has a part in it.
Yeah, he probably does, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. Like this whole like KSI is so clear of everyone. Like everything he's done. He's done everything.
I watched him in college. I don't know how young you were, but I watched him in college. And this is when YouTube was probably at its, like, you know, like you only watched YouTube, innit? And that's all you watched. You know what I mean? Snapchat came a bit later, but early 2010, everyone was watching KSI and doing some mad shit with on FIFA videos and stuff like that. Like, it was crazy. This is it. I don't know these two at the top, you know, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know them. I know Slim.
Yeah, Slim, yeah. This fight is going to be crazy, though, versus Ryan Taylor. You know what happened, by the way, this fight? You know that? Ryan Taylor jumped Slim and his other guy, Adam Salah, in a hotel. And he got one of his eye sockets. So this is going to be a very, very, like, grudge match, this, you know. But Ryan Taylor, I can't lie to you. I used to like him, yeah, but I find him a prick nowadays, man. Can't lie to you.
So I don't know much about him, kind of thing, but I know Slim.
Yeah, he's a biker. He does like biking, innit? But he was very humble. Like when I used to watch him a couple of years ago. But then he started to, I don't know, man. He started to change people, innit? I don't know if you guys know Ryan Taylor, but he started to change. Then you got Swarms versus Christian Hammer.
You see Swarms, he deserves so much credit, you know. Because I watched one of Swarms' videos after he got knocked out. Yeah. He's hilarious.
I know, but I feel like he's gonna get beat by Christian Hamby. I think Christian Hamby's had a couple of fights.
I don't.
But
Even if he loses, though, Swarms has built that reputation where he has a YouTube audience now because he's hilarious. I didn't know Swarms was that funny. You know, in the build-up to the KSI fight, he probably won the press conference.
Yeah, I know. It's quite funny. Yeah. If you watch his TikTok on that and his YouTube like clips on that, it's actually funny.
Yeah.
But then you got obviously Astrid Wet versus Keely. Keely's that Simon's daughter, innit? Simple Simon's daughter, I think.
I hate them, look, man.
Yeah, I know. DTG, yeah.
With that Hello Ham guy.
Yeah. He's funny. Tom Zanetti, the rapper, you know, wow. And then Raksu, and then, Anthony Taylor. So, yeah.
I think this one's free as well, isn't it? On the zone.
Is it free?
Yeah, on the zone.
Okay. So everyone can watch this one, yeah? Okay. Christian Hamby's a prankster. Massive United fan of well. Be followed. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I don't know many people in this card, but it's kind of like, I think they just wanted an event kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
In the build-up, so obviously, I think they got one coming up in January, I think it is.
Is it another one?
That's going to be like the main one in January, where I think KSI's fighting again.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is where social media is going, man. You know what I mean?
Logan Paul might fight that. Logan Paul might fight in that card as well.
That's what, do you not feel like this?
I think Gideon might fight as well.
The power of social media is getting crazy, man, where you have to chat to us now. You can't just dismiss us. Like, you know, if you don't look at social media now, you know, it might be the golden generation now for social media. Like this might be the golden generation. You know what I mean? In terms of like getting into certain situations like boxing now. You're looking at football YouTubers now. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, man. Like, you know, it's people are doing mad stuff now. You're getting access to players more than ever now. You're getting, you know, situations where, you know, you're getting invited to certain places. It's very, very, it's mad when you think about it, innit?
But that's where I give so much credit to like the people before. Like, for example, I know they're still big, but like the F2. The F2 have been going on for time.
Yeah, the pioneers and that.
Yeah, like KSI, he's been going on for time. Like, these don't deserve so much respect.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, innit? Because they've kind of opened the doors for everyone else.
Yeah.
Even like AFTV, for example.
Yeah.
They're probably, I think AFTV are like probably at one of the longest fan channels.
Yeah, longest
the biggest fan channel that went initially kind of viral kind of thing.
Yeah. It sounds like ages ago, but I started in 2017.
Yeah, even that's long, you know.
Yeah, I've been in this game now for 5 years, but when I properly focus on my channel, it's been since 2020. Obviously, I was doing other stuff before that, but this actually focusing on my channel since 2020. You know what I mean? So,
like someone said this year. All right, by the way, this has been such a random stream, innit? So make sure you get
listen, like, it's a random stream, man.
It's one of those just live talks kind of thing, innit? This is the golden generation until big companies come F it all up and make it lame again. I hate this here, but I don't agree with this now. I feel like these companies kind of know where content creation is at. I
was on Lad Bible, man. Should I tell you about Lad Bible? Lad Bible.
I saw Expressions do a video with Rafa Varane in it.
Yeah. Sports Direct.
Yeah, Expressions was himself kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, he toned down a bit, but he was still himself.
Yeah.
And I feel like these companies kind of know to get the best out of these lot, they still have to be themselves. You can't kind of tone these lot down kind of thing.
Bro, you can't, man. This is it. Look at Chunks and them, man. You know what I mean? By the way, this Chunks guy, by the way, I watched him when he started his journey when he was on 3K subscribers. I remember telling all my brothers to watch him. Then I met him at that event, didn't I? The Now TV event. It was like, yeah, man, keep doing your thing and that. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised that he watched me, but fair play, man. He was like, yeah, keep doing your thing and that. I watch you, see what you say, what you think about United and that. So it was a good one. But you know that comment there, I feel like they're getting involved now. Look at Rio's channel now. Look at the amount of content they're doing. You know what I mean?
Like, I feel like even Sky Sports, like Flex is on basically Sky Sports every single transfer window.
Yeah. Football Daily, they're coming out now. They're doing content. The Lad Bible one was a mad one, me and Bavs, yo. And by the way, people, don't judge me on that Lad Bible. You know why,
It was recorded before, innit? I know it was. It
was recorded before, and also you had to be shameless. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of the stuff I said there was wild, innit? This kind of show. Say now I'm on here. People need to understand it. When I'm on here, I'm speaking. You know, I mean, logically, I'm speaking with a different tone. I'm in a different environment. When you're on that lad Bible, me and Babs are looking at each other. You have to be shameless. You cannot agree with him. The thing was called agree to disagree, by the way. So you move your cup if you agree with the statement. But the lad Bible, I can't lie to you, they were asking me mad questions. One of the bits I said, yo, producer, why am I with these questions? Like, you know, what's going on? Like, they asking me who's the banter club. I was expecting Thierry Henry and Rooney, who's better. I did my research a little bit. I kind of was like, yo, let me check out Rooney's stats and that, this and that, and whether he's better than Rooney. I was ready for the 99 versus Invincible versus the treble winning team. I was ready for that. But they asked me questions that are basically social media, like
clippable kind of thing, isn't it?
Sorry?
Like clippable questions.
Yeah, clippable questions which would gauge a bigger reaction. And there's no problem with that because that's how social media is. To draw audiences in, you put a sale out, don't you? You go to the shop, you have a sale, you say, right, this is on offer, you bring people in. It's like with YouTube and football. You have a title and maybe a quote. I think that quote was Odegaard was world class.
Yeah.
He did say that, by the way. So it's not as if it's clickbait. He did say that. But my thing was the kind of like the motion I was in, I had to just be, you know what? Let's just have it one-on-one. And there was about 10, 15 people watching us. So I was already nervous, but then man were just watching, and I was like, yo, like, and it was a case of right. Baz had me in one minute, then I had him there, then he had me there. It was a case of like people were just going back and forth in it. So
it was done before Casemiro signed, didn't it?
Done before Casemiro signed.
Like you could tell.
Yeah, you could tell, yeah, because we were just about thingy. It was what else was it? It was just after the Liverpool game. But they were on a 3-game winning streak. We just won one, so I couldn't like be too gassed, but I couldn't be gassed in a sense. Like I couldn't say we're winning the league, we're doing this. Like we just won a game. It was relief, innit? That game was relief. So I came in the next day and it was like, right, let's do it. So,
someone said playing the game sucks. Give me these type of streams. I don't think that is necessary. Like you see when it comes to playing the game kind of thing. I think it's kind of like, I think it's just life kind of thing.
Bro, it's
like
life,
you're not going to talk the same way you do to your friends that you are going to do to your workplace, for example.
Bro, you know what I mean? Again, like I said, it's one of those situations where you have to. I wasn't meeting the criteria because they're going to say, you know, be yourself, but I just had to gas it up because if I went in there and I said, yeah, I think Casemiro's not the one. I agree with you and that. Like, it's not going to make a show. It's not going to. Then the fan base will be like, oh, you're not defending your club. I defended the club. I said, I backed Ten Hag. What has Arteta done in yours? He's won one FA Cup, which, you know what I mean? You played this defensive formation and you just about got there. Fair play with that one. And then I was like, well, he's gone 8th and 5th. You know what I mean? And I tried to spin it like that, but I wasn't ready for the questions. But in terms of like media now, you got Lad Bible interviewing Sean Dyche and everything like media changing. Media's changing, man. And this is how it's gonna be. I don't think I watch TV. I do not watch TV, Statman. I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube only.
Look at Ben Foster.
Yeah, there you go. He's retired now. He could just have a new career.
And he's a good content creator.
Bro, he's decent, you know. He's
very
good.
And he can bring in, obviously, his footballing audience. Like, it's just growing kind of thing, isn't it?
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
I said this. I can't remember the last time I sat down and watched TV. Like, I will have Sky Sports News on. Bro.
Twitter, man. Twitter's Sky Sports News now. Yeah.
Like, look at, for example,
tweets are Sky Sports News.
Just look at, for example, Saturday Social on Sky Sports. They literally bring content creators on because they know that's kind of the new
Ogden.
Yeah.
Thogden's smashing it, by the way. Big up Thogden. You know what I mean? But like I said, this is the way, you know what I mean? Footballers get involved. Influencers now, you know, influencers back in the day, you never used to call them in it, but now they're fans and they're now influencers. So you can merge them together easily because they're famous and they're fans. Like, you know, what's his name? The West Ham fan. He's a West Ham fan and he's famous. So it's like it's easier to do.
The perfect example for me was that United on Harry Pinero.
Harry Pinero, yeah.
Hey, these lot are so stupid. Harry Pinero should be on every single video on United's YouTube channel.
Yeah,
See Harry Pinero, he has everything. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's relatable. He actually has a relationship with the players.
Yeah.
Have more videos with Harry Pinero. Make him the face of United's YouTube channel. It will blow.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, obviously,
they offered me a role 2 years ago, you know, United. They offered me a role. I think it was their producer. They said to me, oh, do you mind if you come on to the show? And then I was like, nah, not really, man, because I'm gonna change who I am in it. I
Mm.
like when I cuss the players, you know what I mean? I like it when I give criticism. I like it I can flip flop on that. I can, you know what I mean? I'm 1 minute, you know what I mean, you can do this. Whereas I feel like if you're there, you can't really show your true opinions. But I'm not a presenter type, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, and whatnot. And that's why I was like, I don't want to kind of like, you know, my principles of what I do, you know what I mean? I just don't want to kind of affect it. But so yeah, exactly, no filter. Yeah. I just want it to be me in it. So with Lad Barber, you can actually be you. Like you can say things like I was referencing Babs, who was on Prime, you know, Prime, Amazon Prime, and that this and that. I thought they were going to say no, you can't speak about that, but you can speak about anything. So no, it's good, man. It's good. Like I said, I think they're going to be wanting us more and more. You know, what I mean, people are going to be wanting you more and more. You have to in this game. You got to be multifaceted, man. You got to try different things. Like I don't think I'd be in the modeling game and whatnot, but you know what? You got to make sure you try different things. Like I think for you, Statman, you know, maybe going into reporting or something like that. I think that would be your a good thing for you.
I said it. I just want a podcast kind of thing. And that's kind of like like the end goal kind of thing. Podcast with players.
Podcast what?
A podcast with footballers.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
just asking them when they're in like a relaxed environment questions.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of always been a dream kind of thing.
So you wouldn't want to be like a what's that? I'm trying to think like you know how Statman Dave does his things and he analyzes things on the TV or what, like a statistician, but like a presenter.
Nah, I'll be honest, man. I just want like you see, I don't know, man. There's just something about when you just see footballers on like a calm level and you just see them completely differently. Yeah, I love that. Like what's it? You know the guy that does On the Duty podcast?
Who?
On the Duty or Jury or something?
No, I don't watch that.
He does a podcast with footballers kind of thing, and he had like Ivan Antonio, for example.
Oh, the one, where they're sitting down on that, and Zaha was on there, innit?
Yeah, Zaha was on, and I'm like, when you just listen to them speak.
Oh, Ballers. You watch Ballers?
Nah, I don't think so.
They had Ivan Antonio. Remember what he said about Arsenal should go and get me?
Oh, I don't think
so.
I've
Podcast where they had I think it was a couple of other footballers. I don't know if you guys in the chat might know. They're called Ballers or something. Yeah.
But even like you just see them in those environments, it's just so sick.
Yeah.
Like even for example, Pro Direct.
Yeah, I know.
When they have like Philly chunks, they like wax the lyrical, for example, that people like it won't be.
Of course.
But you can't tell me that's not sick. As a fan, that's the thing I want to see most. Like just players on the level kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind what league kind of thing, innit? Because it's still footballers. You just get a fresh, like, new environment, like perspective. Like when I heard Ivan Toney, for example, I think I was talking about like, Peterborough days kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
When he walked in, he's like, I kind of knew I was the man kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's sick. Like you would think players might be a bit more humble, but he was like, I'm still the guy.
Yeah, of course.
And the thing is that Ivan Toney is like, he was just so honest kind of thing. And that's what you want kind of thing. And that's what all this is at Sky Sports.
England do a lot of that stuff.
With Josh Denzel. And he's done a phenomenal job with that. But that's what critics at Sky Sports. I'm like, Sky Sports have access to all these players. You can make these players so much more relatable.
But they want clippable content. I've noticed with Sky, they want like proper interviews. You know how when Ronaldo, they're looking for them type of interviews. You know when Ronaldo talked about mentality, they want them kind of. They want the box office kind of interviews. You see what I mean? Like them kind of. They want them kind of interviews. They're not looking for these. That's why they have tubes in them, man, for the little chill out ones and. You know what I mean? Like,
but the thing is, it was good. For example, the Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher thing with Ten Hag.
Yeah, that was good.
I felt like that was a step in the right direction in terms of you were asking questions that everyone wants to know.
But do you watch Overlap? I think Overlap's quality.
Overlap's good, but I don't know, man. Like,
now watch it. But
the thing with Overlap, it's still just like Jamie Carragher and
Gary Neville
kind of thing, isn't it? I mean, say you opened that up to like a very big audience, bare different footballers, that would be sick.
Yeah. They're trying to get a few. There's been a couple on there. They've done a few. Beckham was on there. I watched the latest with Amir Khan. Paul Scholes is on today. That's my favorite footballer ever. So Paul Scholes, You know, I mean, he's on there. And I mean, it's a different because they can swear on that. They can swear. They can do whatever. They can talk about anything. Like they've given him a budget in it, so it's like, you know, it's not too
I don't
bad.
think, for example, you see this here, Neville doesn't really ask the real question. I don't think Neville writes the questions. I think someone else that writes the questions for Gary Neville to present.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, you don't have the time to do that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, say, for example, you just have like an honest football fan that wants to talk to Scholes. It's kind of relatable in terms of they know what everyone wants to hear.
You've got to go to the club first as well. You've got to get the club to agree. Then you've got to set the questions. You've got to find out the questions as well. Because I've actually realized that in the media, like there's questions. They look at the questions. They say, right, I'm not answering that question. I'm not answering that question. So they don't want something that, again, look how United report on all these guys, how they work, man. They get quotes and they make these guys make money from quotes.
Yeah.
Now United, is it United District? They I think Lad Bible are now they're
partnered with them or something.
There you go. See what I mean?
I don't know, man. I feel like clubs should be doing a lot more. Like you see that United's
getting a little bit better though. I can't lie to you. They started to do little vlogs and that. United are so bad, you know. Man City, if you watch Man
City's YouTube channel is so clear.
It's clear. It's absolutely clear, man. They are clear. United could never do what City do in terms of their YouTubing. Again, it's nothing big for obviously it doesn't affect football, but it gives more exclusivity and whatnot to kind of like what you're doing. Like get the fans involved. They started to do little diary stuff and whatnot, but it's 4 minutes. I mean,
but the thing is, this is what I say. England have the perfect model on the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Josh Denzel, I keep saying, has done a phenomenal job. The players want to talk to him. He's literally part of the camps kind of thing. You're relatable.
We used to do that thing. Is it still there anymore? Where they do that whole day thing? They stopped it.
Well, like an Access Warriors kind of thing.
Huh?
An Access Warriors kind of thing.
Yeah, Access Warriors. Yeah, they stopped that. They used to do it last season.
Oh, I think they've done 1 or 2 videos so far this year, I think.
I don't know if Ten Hag has allowed it.
No, but the thing is, they're like, these lot frustrate me because they could do so much more kind of thing. But I'm like,
I know.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they feel comfortable with it. Like, even for example, All or Nothing, that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because you get to see like a different insight to the club. And I'm just like, you do realize if we just saw more relatable players, we would just like these players more.
I know.
Like, the amount of people that watched our thing, the All or Nothing, and just said they like Arteta now.
Yeah.
I'm like, you lot do realize people will abuse you less kind of thing, even though it's wrong kind of thing.
Happy with Mourinho, isn't it?
Yeah, if they just see a different side.
Yeah. This is why it's so easy to, again now for people to get like videos of like Haaland when he was walking in Manchester. I go there every morning to the gym. Like I don't know why he was like when I seen that video, I was like, I walk there every day to the gym, and I never seen Haaland.
But the thing is that I love that though.
Yeah, I love it.
I do think like he is kind of dangerous. Like you're still.
I see all the City times on the players all the time in town. Like Bernardo Silva and Rodri, they live in town. I see them all the time. Like at least once a month, walking around town. Guardiola, I used to see him a couple of times last year to stroll around. I don't bother them personally because of the day it's like, you know what I mean, nothing to do with me. But, you know, that picture of Guardiola riding a bike, yeah, I think Andy Tate sent me the picture of Guardiola riding a bike. I'll show you now.
Man, like Andy Tate, you know.
Look, this is like in East Manchester. Look, imagine you're going outside your house here and you see Guardiola just riding a bike in your estate.
That's what Ten Hag wants to do, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. It's just mad. It's actually kind of mad, like, you know, how that happens. But it just shows you, like, this is real life. They're still human. They're still human beings.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, that video of like Pep being chased, that was mad kind of thing.
Man. I can't lie to you, man. It's just a
I know, but like I do feel sorry for like these sort of people at times, isn't it? Which is why, like, even though I love the Haaland video, I was like, Haaland,
I can't lie to you. Do you not think it's a bit naive though to not think that people would chase you on the street? We're living in 2022 now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, these lot need to know like how big they really are.
They really are, yeah.
And how much people, for example, like, you know, there's certain United fans who are just stupid in the head, will just do something to Haaland for no reason other than that. or they just love United so much and want to injure Haaland, for example.
I hate that, because that means we're not going to get footballers like being humans, innit? We need to let these guys be humans.
And that's what I say. I love these podcasts because we see a different sort of side to these footballers.
When I see Foden in, I don't know if you've seen that time when I see Foden in the boxing.
Innit?
Yeah, he was just so calm, like he was just so laid back. Raheem Sterling, you know what I mean? I don't know if you see that time when I told you, like I FaceTimed him as well.
Oh, swear?
Yeah. I think it was like the night before the derby. My security, the guy that I know him is a security guard, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm in the house now. Do you wanna see him now?" And we're just talking about the game before the 0-0 when Ollie drew at home to 0-0, and Mahrez had that chance. Remember, at Old Trafford, lockdown, and Mahrez had the missed a sitter and that, and we drew 0-0. It was the night before that, and I remember having a conversation with him about the game.
What did you speak about?
Now we're just talking about like the game and that, and you know what I mean. Like, how do you think? I said, "Yo, go easy on us," because we were on a poor form, innit? And he was like, "Nah, man, you do well, man. You know what I mean? You got good players and that, this and that." So they're just normal people, innit? But the thing is, when people see people now, they kind of like, it's like they get flustered and almost they can't control themselves, so they want to do something. And also now, people want to get famous, viral, man. That guy had his phone out, bang. To be fair, that kid was banter anyway. The one that was at Haaland.
You know what I didn't like? Remember
you see what
happened to Ty after the
saying.
United game? Then I was like,
wallahi, if I was there, if only I was there, I would have helped him, man, because I don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that was wrong, man. It's like, Ty, say what you want about Ty, even though like he's a controversial figure, like he don't deserve that kind of thing, innit?
But look at everyone putting their phones out and that. That's wrong, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like everyone just wants that one moment where they can say, "Yo,
we rattled Ty."
Yeah,
but it was the fact that
I'm going to get 100,000 likes on Twitter, kind of thing.
Yeah, you see what I mean? It's not.
And I think the guy posted on Twitter. Let's be honest, his goal was to get clout. His goal was to go viral, kind of thing.
But he had no face or no nothing.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, his goal was to go viral, kind of thing, isn't it?
That's it. Simple, man. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, you know what I mean? And my situation is, I just try and just speak to everyone. You get me? I don't like. You know what it is, If you go into this game looking for like the viral moments and you try and do things like there's certain things where I've actually like seen, but I haven't like took a video of it because you just know it's not your place and what to do. You have to have that kind of moral compass within you to think, you know what? Nah, you don't take a video of that. You don't do this. Like I'd be like they could have easily that time. I could have easily took a screenshot because everyone else thinking that when I was having that FaceTime with Raheem Sterling, everyone would say, "Why did you take a screenshot?" I said, "Nah, man, because that's like a intimate."
You respect their privacy, kind of thing, innit?
It's a privacy, innit? You feel me? Like you don't do certain things, like you don't do that. You don't like, you know what I mean? Like you just don't do it. That's just my kind of thing. Within time, you'll be able to do a video. Like I could have met Paul Pogba, but he went just before he went to, I think it was at Miami or something before he went to Juventus, and then I missed it. But I was about to have a chance to catch him before he went because I know one of his people. So
man, it's how you done Pogba, yeah.
And the thing is, like you know what it is, it's the fact that you don't want to kind of come across as a person who's very, very desperate and needy. Like, it's not me. What's meant to happen is meant to happen. Don't ever force anything in life, you know what I mean? Because it's just not going to come. If you force something and you be like, "Oh, I want this, and I'll do anything to get there," I best believe you're not going to get there. But let everything come naturally. You know, be patient. And I'm telling you now, man, things will...
I want to ask this, Last question before we wrap this up. What's your biggest, maddest fan interaction?
Maddest interaction?
Like something mad happened, something good, anything.
Trying to think, man. Yeah, I think it's when I met my man, innit? The Mexican guy as well. What's his name, man? Castro. You know what it was? It was because of the fact that I found out it was there and that, and I was like,
"Wait, did Castro know you?"
No, he didn't know. He didn't know me. I'll be honest with you. I'm humble like that. He didn't know me, but like I said, when I tagged it on Twitter, on Instagram, he seen it and he was like, he showed love to the video. So he kind of straight away, because he seen the picture had blown up, he got like 3K likes and that. He must have seen them for like, yo, like big up and that, innit? He filmed me. So I think there's been a couple, like, just obviously meeting the players as well, like Bruno and that, Fred and that. You get me? Like, there's certain things I couldn't really give you a pinpoint one, but I've just been like in and amongst it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I met like a couple of boxers, I met a couple of like famous figures in the industry or whatnot. So obviously met Trunks as well. You get me? That was a good.
Well, you know, has anyone like that's met you that had like a little fanboy moment kind of thing?
Yeah,
Like,
obviously.
oh, Saeed, it's you.
Yeah, of course, man. That's happens every day, man. Every day, bro.
Swear down.
Yeah, every day, man. Alhamdulillah, man. Humble, but.
And then how'd you react to that?
Like, you know what it is, yeah. I think more and more now. I if I can say hello in that moment and talk to them, but most of the time I'm just like, yo, love, like you get me, big up and that. You get me? It's one of them, bro. But fair play to Speed, yeah. He said he took a picture with every single person that was there, bro. Not a lot of people would do that, so you just got to be humble, innit?
Facts.
Yeah. So, nah, man, big up, man. Big up, big good show,
man. What a show. I swear we talked about football for like 20 minutes and that was it.
Yeah, that's it, man. You get me? You don't have to talk about football, man. It's dead anyway, man.
International break, innit? Ralph's obviously playing France today. Hope he loses.
Wow.
Ragnick,
I'm here, man. Austria ball. Ragnick ball.
Listen, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, man.
You got your time? Nah, I actually still haven't got it. Vinu, I'll text you after this about
it. Uni, innit? It's second year now. It's crazy. Once you get your second year, that's it now. You finish uni.
Yeah, no, still a third year.
I'm saying though, it'll just fly in it. When you finish your first year, uni flies, man. Yeah, but this year is a serious year, man.
Yeah, because I want to do a placement year between my second and third, innit? It's like a year of work kind of thing.
Okay.
But I need to see what happens with that if I can get a good place kind of thing.
You do economics, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So if anyone can help me, please. Use the connections kind of thing, and then use the audience.
It's not what you know, it's who you know, man. That's the life.
Fully, man, fully. So you nearly met Pogba because of someone you knew, kind of thing, innit?
Sorry?
You nearly met Pogba because of someone you knew.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. It's crazy.
Calm. But listen, big up everyone for watching. I'll probably be back tomorrow with Ty because we didn't do a show on Tuesday. Sai, when's your next show?
My next show's 9 o'clock, people. I got Adam on the channel, Adam Matic, you get me, doing big things, you get me, and whatnot. So yeah, man, check us out 9 o'clock.
Players and stuff, innit?
Sorry?
He was on tour with the players.
Yeah, we're gonna be chatting about everything, man. Chatting about the tour,
about that.
Everything, what happened, you know what I mean? Just general United chat and then just vibes in it. So come check us out, Saeed TV, 9 o'clock, people. Love to the chat.
But listen, big up everyone for watching. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will be back soon.
Big up.